Today on Seattle Refined.
I don't like when I'm not seen for who I really am.
The tears rain down as Ari selects his final four, and our Bachelor Roundtable is not holding back.
You're on a reality show getting a free trip around the world. She was acting like a pet was dying.
Plus,
we started it actually as just a conversation.
A conversation that led to a big idea and so much more. Meet the lovebirds whose passion for food is only matched by their desire to pay it forward. Seattle Refined starts now.
Hi everybody, welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. Okay, it's not quite March, but the Final Four madness has already swept ABC's The Bachelor, and tonight's hotly anticipated hometown dates will send one more lady packing her bags to Heartbreak Hotel.
You can smell the scent of Salty's tears in the air, and that's all the reason we need to convene another meeting of the Refined Bachelor Roundtable.
Okay, so tonight we're headed to hometowns with the final four, but it took us a little bit to get here. Ari had 7 girls last week, and he got rid of a whopping 3 of them.
Funny enough, I actually liked this episode because it included a lot of really great moments.
The episode starts with Jacqueline basically crying and having kind of a breakdown, which I called last week. Yeah, there was a few of you guys that actually liked Jacqueline, but after that date, I was like, this girl is way too insecure, and there's no way she can handle this show.
I think that 99% of me wants to stay and feel it out. I just don't know how to be in a situation that's so accelerated and trust what I'm feeling ever.
So anyways, she goes into a hotel room and has a weird breakup with Ari.
I'm just trying to make a difference between being really interested in somebody and ready.
It was incredible. It was unbelievable. Remember, she was basically madly in love with this guy. One episode, one day to go. All of a sudden she's crying, but she's also making out with him. She's drinking wine. It had it all. And then she leaves in tears. She doesn't know if she's made the right call. But then she takes herself out of the competition.
I came here open to love, but I certainly did not expect it. And I feel like I did find love here. I just don't know if it was the love.
I think she's the smartest girl in that house because she was taking it step by step like every other human should, and then she took herself out of the equation when she knew she wasn't head over heels in love after 15 minutes together like everyone else in the mansion.
So shout out to Jacqueline. You had a good run.
I feel like we're in one of those old black and white movies where we're driving in the convertible. I need one of those kerchiefs around my head where we're just laughing.
He chooses his first one-on-one date with Becca K, and I don't think we need to say anything really about that date. They went wine tasting and made out a lot, and that's it.
They start the date and Ari's like, I like her, but it might just be as a friend. I don't know if we're romantically connected. And then by the end of the date, I think she's just beating him into submission with her lips, because then he's like, yeah, I think I see the romance there.
With Becca, I've always wanted it to be there just because we had such a great first date, and then that passion just sort of was fleeting. And I didn't know where we really stood. And after today's date, it's really apparent we have that.
Yeah, it was a boring date, but I think Ari likes boring, and that is why he chose Lauren B for his second one-on-one date. I think he wanted more boring.
Very Italian.
Yeah. Weird, right?
Yeah.
Let's be very clear. We got more boring on this date. They had no connection on their first one-on-one, which was a week ago in Paris. And nothing has changed at this point, other than the fact that Ari is clearly very into it. It really culminates in their dinner where Lauren confesses her love to Ari, and Ari proceeds to get up and take a moment. He's like, I'm sorry, I gotta get up. Is there a worse reaction?
You seem like you have something to say about that.
No, I just, I'm gonna be right back.
Honestly, in my house, we thought he had to get up to fart. He's like, excuse me. Because he really likes her, so he doesn't want to.
And I think him standing up, walking away is a boring reaction to a moment.
I really do see something between us. I'm falling so deeply in love with you. It's crazy.
Him dropping the bomb and actually say, I love you, I was actually I don't know if we've ever heard that. Bachelors aren't supposed to say that to the contestants.
I think Ari just she tells Ari what he wants to hear, and so,
Which is nothing.
Which is what?
And no,
Which is nothing.
God, I'm falling in love with that girl.
So he chooses Cien for the other one-on-one date, and it's kind of a weird date.
So when I think of Italy, I think of food, first and foremost, because I love to eat. So we're gonna go try to find some truffles.
Oh! Okay, so Cien and Ari go truffle hunting with truffle dogs, and then they basically go back to the owner of the truffle dog's house, and they have this huge home-cooked meal with his whole family, and they're all asking him in Italian, like, do you love her? Do you like her? And it's kind of cute and kitschy.
And then he lets Cien go.
I feel like we should be further along than this. And I just want to tell you that I can't give you the rose.
God, he did it again, the rose thing, where he like reaches over, picks up the rose, holds it like right under her nose and goes, I can't give you this rose. And then it's like, well then put it down, it's just cruel.
he lacks a tease, you know what I'm saying? He lacks a tease, those ladies.
The whole Cien thing, I felt bad because I think she got a really bad date, but that's just clearly not a connection there either.
So then we end up with the last group date of the season. We have Kendall, Tia, and Becca M.
So the first person to get a rose on the group date is Kendall, which nothing really happened with her, and maybe that's why he gave it to her.
This is a Cinderella story. This is like the 12 seed making it to the Final Four in the NCAA tournament. Could she be the champion? That's the question. And I think that she's got a lot of momentum. She's a dark horse.
You know, there is no rose ceremony, so at this point he needs to keep either Becca, M, or Tia. I don't think it was a shock. He decides to keep Tia. And so then that's when Becca M has her meltdown.
What's the matter? What is it?
My heart goes out to Becca. That last day, she was crying pretty much the entire day.
I don't like when I'm not seen for who I really am.
The one time she wasn't crying was when Ari actually said goodbye.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's gonna end well for you. I know it is.
Thank you.
And I was sitting at home like, slow clap, that is the classy way to leave. And then it's like almost as soon as the car door closes, she loses it. And it just breaks down.
It's hard for me to accept that this is over. That this journey is over for me.
Not to make fun of anybody's crying, but I mean, she definitely left it all on the table there. So tonight we're going to Santa Clarita, we're going somewhere in Minnesota, we're going to Virginia Beach, and we're going to Weiner, Arkansas. We're gonna get to travel the US with these ladies and with Ari. We'll see what happens.
You can catch ABC's The Bachelor tonight at 8 right here on Como 4. Seattle Refined is just getting started. It's a visit to the doctor you don't have to dread.
You've got a mini fridge, an espresso machine. I mean, some thought was put into this.
The high-tech clinic's taking the stress out of going to urgent care. But first, forget love at first sight. How about love at first bite?
Do you want to make that a meal today? We donate a meal per meal served. Just someone in need. Great.
Meet a couple with a passion for food and helping others next.
Welcome back to Refined. I'm Guard Swanson. It made for big headlines when the Seahawks announced they'd play a game in London next season. But when it comes to international travel, the Seagals got their passports stamped first.
The Seagals just strutted their stuff in Hong Kong as featured performers in Hong Kong's annual Chinese New Year Night Parade. Here's some photos from their Instagram page. The night parade is celebrating its 23rd year, and it's not the Seagals' first time at the rodeo. They also performed back in 2013.
We love a love story here on Refined. I mean, who really doesn't? But a love story is even better when you don't see it coming. Take, for instance, a local couple whose passion started with food, evolved into a love for helping others, and then, well, you'll see.
Fresh food served with a smile is always on the menu at Conscious Eatery in Georgetown.
Hello. Turkey club sandwich?
So what happens here is we prepare artisan sandwiches, salads, and scratch soups.
Customers delight in devouring their delicious offerings.
Where's my puppy?
And cuddling with official cafe dog, Xander.
Most famous puppy.
Sierra Laub and business partner Chaz Rowland first met a decade ago when Chaz showed Sierra the ways of waitressing.
Sierra was a vibrant, energetic 19-year-old when I met her. I was a lackluster, crazy, rambunctious guy. We most definitely hit it off.
I thought he was hilarious. He's very loud. He's funny and he's vibrant and he's really nice.
The friends stayed in touch, their paths crisscrossing throughout the years. Together they brainstormed the idea for Conscious Eatery.
We started it actually as just a conversation. It was something that we realized the Seattle area really needed because the homelessness issue was getting so up to epidemic levels.
Conscious Eatery is much more than a regular restaurant. They do magic math here too. When customers make it a meal, one lunch turns into two. The second meal goes to the homeless.
Do you want to make that a meal today? We donate a meal per meal sold.
They're so hungry to help others because homelessness has had a major impact on them.
And there's been times in my life where I've had dips of in and out of not having a home myself.
So homelessness has affected my family personally. My father and my siblings were both homeless when I was in high school.
They savor the chance to hand out the sandwiches to people who really need the nourishment.
So in the last year, we've donated just over 6,000. We have 500 to donate this month to St. Vincent de Paul. It's the best part of the job, really. It's great to help those in need, to see a smile on other people's faces just because they know that meal was made with love.
By the way, love is an important ingredient in everything they do here. While both were committed to fighting hunger, Chaz and Sierra also realized they were committed to each other.
One day, we were hanging out, talking about the business, had a great night, probably one of the best nights, I would say, of both of our lives. And it easily led to one kiss, and that led to love.
When it happened, it was just automatically, I knew immediately. Like, I had been waiting forever for this person.
We're gonna give back to the community. We're gonna give our 100% to this business, and we're gonna give our 110% to each other.
Hospitality and love is number one here.
One more.
What a cute couple. And get this, Xander, the official Conscious Eatery dog, has his own Instagram page. If you want to check out his sweet tail wagging snaps, log on to our website. Coming up, the innovative new doctor's office that'll have you in and out in 35 minutes. Plus how you can meet the grannies who outshark the business barracudas on Shark Tank.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Guard Swanson. Let's face it, any way you slice it, going to the doctor can be a real drag. Intimidating staff, crowded waiting rooms, it can add up to pretty unpleasant experiences. But thanks to our sponsor MultiCare, it doesn't have to be painful or intimidating. Refine's Carrie Brandenburg explains.
As the mom of an adorable yet curious toddler, I understand that unexpected doctor visits are a part of the job. But thanks to MultiCare's Indigo urgent care facilities, I learned it doesn't have to be stressful.
When I walk in, one of the first things I notice is the blue, and I love it. It's one of my favorite colors. That, among many other things, make this not feel like you're walking into a healthcare facility or an urgent care. What do you guys have going on kind of in this general area and throughout the facility that makes it, you know, feel better going to a hospital?
Let's be honest, when you're sick, there's kind of this idea in your head you gotta go sit in a waiting room that is uncomfortable. So we've really been intentional about trying to adjust that and make it a more comfortable experience.
Dr. Mark Mariani isn't kidding. This place feels more like a luxurious coffee shop than a clinic.
You've got a mini fridge, an espresso machine, a variety of choices. I mean, some thought was put into this.
Some of the exams.
I would say one of the worst things about having to come to the doctor, go to the urgent care, whatever, is having to wait. What have you done to kind of streamline that process?
Yeah, it is so critical we are efficient. There's two things we've done. Number one is you can schedule online.
That's great.
So you can be proactive. I think all of us kind of live on our phones.
Yeah.
So that is an option. Number two is going back to how we design the process. It is really geared towards making that efficient. So that is our number one priority. When you arrive, you'll be provided an iPad.
Fancy.
Which is part of the registration process. We're really designed to be 35 minutes in a normal case, in and out.
That's great. I mean,
Yeah.
35 minutes, that's a TV show.
Right.
That's nothing. Well, the facility is gorgeous, but now that I actually have a doctor in a room to myself, I want to ask you a couple of kind of personal questions. I have a 2-year-old at home, and that big debate is always when he's sick, when do I actually need to take him to urgent care, to the doctor's office? Is there a list of things I need to know about?
Well, absolutely. I think the usual response is going to be when someone isn't getting better. But that's really hard to judge as a parent, right?
Yeah.
One of the things I like to provide guidance is when that anxiety you have as a parent is there and you need to be reassured. That to me is the right time to go in. I think we're well suited for that.
Exactly.
We're seeing a huge volume of people being sick with the flu. Urgent cares are an excellent option compared to emergency rooms.
Well, thank you again, Dr. Mariani, for
Absolutely.
showing us around. The facility is fantastic, and we really appreciate you taking the time.
You're very welcome.
You can learn more about MultiCare's Indigo clinics on our website, or you can ask your burning medical questions in person when MultiCare doctors take the stage at the So Northwest Women's Show later this month in Tacoma. For tickets and more information, log on to northwestwomenshow.com.
If you're planning on heading to the Women's Show, take advantage of a great opportunity to help yourself and others.
BloodWorks Northwest has teamed up with Jean Juarez Salons to offer a blood donation experience like none other. Folks who come to the show and donate blood will get to indulge in a complimentary dry soda and decadent hello cupcake in the Foster's Furniture Lounge. Then Jean Juarez Salon will pamper you with your choice of an express manicure or blowout. And if you pre-book a donation appointment during the 9 a.m. hour Saturday or 10 a.m. hour Sunday, you will also receive a $50 Jean Juarez gift certificate. Visit the website on your screen to register. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Refine. We're just about 2 weeks away from a huge event here in Western Washington, the So Northwest Women's Show. And among the dynamic business women who will appear there is a pair of women who found sweet success through their sheer hard work and ingenuity. Refine's Malia Karlinski takes us inside their ice chip empire.
This state-of-the-art facility in Olympia features sweet new technology for producing and packaging candy. It's a multi-million-dollar business built on old-school values. In fact, this cutting-edge company, Ice Chips Candy, was founded by 2 grannies. How many grandkids do you guys have?
41. I have 27.
15.
That's a lot of grandkids.
Does that add up?
Yeah, it does. It does. No, that's 42.
Yes! They may have 40-plus grandkids between them, but you won't catch these grandmas resting in rocking chairs anytime soon. It started simply enough.
And we wanted the grandkids to have something that wasn't pure sugar. It was great for their teeth, and we wouldn't feel guilty sending them home after we filled them up.
They began experimenting with xylitol. It's a sweetener found in birch trees. And get this, it's not bad for your teeth. Part of the charm, the candy's unique look. Instead of round shapes, ice chips. Then, the call that changed their lives.
It's Shark Tank! We're gonna go with Barbara and Mark.
Then a twist. The grannies didn't sign the deal. Turns out contestants get a little more time to think things over.
We were honest on there.
Yeah. Because today, not having to give them 40 cents out of every dollar is pretty exciting.
After Shark Tank, including Shark Tank, we hit just $1 million, and now we're up to over 3.5 million. At this age, you don't have so many options, so you just make sure you press on and get it right.
That's true. That part's true.
Malia Karlinski, Seattle Refined.
If you'd like to meet the Ice Chip Grannies, they'll appear later this month at the So Northwest Women's Show, and they won't be alone.
This year's show lineup is off the charts, with celebrities from General Hospital, Dancing with the Stars, and ABC's The Bachelor all making appearances. That's in addition to all the booths, food, fun, and freebies and other surprises at this year's show. So grab your bestie and make your plans to head to the Tacoma Dome February 24th and 25th. To learn more and buy tickets, log on to northwestwomenshow.com.
All right, that's going to do it for today's show. I'm Garth Swanson. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on Seattle Refined. We'll see you next time.